Hey lolly lobbers, I am out here starting to prepare my iris beds for planting here shortly. It's supposed to rain this weekend, maybe Friday, and I wanted to go ahead and pull back a section of the silage tarp so that you guys, one, could see what it does. I had this area tilled up this summer, and I apologize for the sniffles, it's kind of hot out here. I had this area tilled up this summer, and you can see weeds all along the edge, all the way around it, but no weeds underneath it. Isn't that amazing? So the plan is to pull it back, let some of the weeds come up, let the rain bring some up, and then I'm going to use my tiller and till this back in once the weeds come up. And as you can see, this stuff, it pulls up real easy. You know, you can just reach in and grab it and it just pulls back super easy, which is part of the reason why I haven't bothered to really do much with it. But I pulled quite a bit this morning, undoing the edges. Now I'm only doing 10 feet-ish at this point so that I can have a pathway in between, do a pathway here, a bed, and a pathway there. And then I will pull back the next section when I'm ready to plant that. I came back with, I don't know, 8 different varieties of irises this last weekend. And then a friend of mine gave me, I don't know, another 9 irises that she had that are noids. And so I need to make a noid bed, which I have several of those myself. And then I will make a dedicated bed for those that are known and make sure that I label them. But you can see how good this does. This has been, I'm trying to remember when I actually had this tilled. I think, oh goodness, it may have been June, so 2 months ago. I think I'd have to go back and look at my videos. But you can see there's just not hardly a weed under here at all. You know, these came from the edge here, but underneath it, there's hardly anything. Now this stuff here is Bermuda, and this is the bane of my existence right now, unfortunately. I'm not big on poisons, but I do not want Bermuda, and I do not want goat heads in here for multiple reasons. One, I hate them, but 2, they're just really uncomfortable to deal with. But you can see what a good job this did. You can get this stuff. It's actually a light deprivation plastic that is used in grow houses for growing weed. It's black on one side, white on the other. One side reflects the light. The other side keeps it nice and dark on the inside. But it does an amazing job. It killed off pretty much everything that was underneath it, or darn near close to it. But anyway, this week it's supposed to rain a little bit, so I pulled it back, and then I will till it up, and I will mound it up, and I will begin planting and separating. And I have a mulch pile over there, and I will mulch the sides. I will probably actually put some of the silage underneath the pathways on the edge, and then put mulch over the top of that. Now we do have issues with voles, possibly issues with gophers, although I've never seen one. You can see their little pathways here that they've been making, but they haven't really done it too much here in the center that I can tell. But that's okay, because I'm going to continuously disturb them until they go someplace else. Or, you know, if I have to, I might have to use other methods. But I really don't want to, because I have chickens that eat whatever they see. And we have cats next door, and they help manage the problem. So I don't really want to kill the cats either. But that out there is what this looked like. I'll show you. We had this area under the plastic, this area underneath this weed barrier. This area where the weeds are currently also was tilled up. And you can see these weeds are already, I didn't cover them. I didn't get them covered, so they didn't go away. But that area there that I covered, you can see that it absolutely killed off these weeds here. So definitely motivated. Once I get all of this pulled back, I will move it to another section and kill off these weeds. And then once this here is pulled back, I will move it to the next section and kill off those weeds. And hopefully it will last me 3 or 4 seasons out here in the sun. It's a 6mm light deprivation plastic. For those of you who are wanting to know what this is, you can get it pretty much at any garden supply store, growers supply store, anyone who deals in high tunnels and gardens. They will pretty much have this plastic. I had a deer come through here and break through the plastic, but no weeds yet, so that's nice. But you can see that it actually does work. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my barriers on the edges to help keep things from creeping in and creeping out. I have a lot of dead trees. I might cut some down and just use those. I have a lot of trees in the back that need coming down. I may use those. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at how effective silage tarps are at solarizing. That's the term if you want to look it up on Google. Solarizing silage tarps, light deprivation tarps. Some people use billboards because they don't break down very easy. They're not cheap, but neither is this. A full roll, I believe it's 100 foot by 50 foot. Runs around $800. I was fortunate enough when we bought our property, this was already here. So I'm not out this money. But it's well worth it if you are very big into irises or garden beds or need to kill off weeds. Very, very big into it. Once you pull it back, you must let the weeds come up, till them under. Let the weeds come up, till them under. Because what you're trying to do is kill off the weed before it seeds. So let the weeds come up, till it under. Do that 2 or 3 times, and that will pretty much eradicate most of your weeds, except for those that form by rhizome, which is Bermuda grass. They have runners, and those runners will put off, grass. They just do. They look dead and dormant, and you pull it back, and the next thing you know, it's starting to green up. And